First, I hope your uncle did not pay the bribe. But
to clarify,
on a serious
note.
On a serious note,
yeah,
I asked Raila Odinga this question. I'll ask you: have you had to pay a bribe for anything in Kenya?
I have never paid for a bribe.
In your entire life, you've never paid a bribe for anything?
In my entire life, I have never paid for a bribe.
Sorry,
I
a little bit. Some of the Kenyans here are not believing you, but okay.
Let me tell you, and just to answer, it takes two to tango. Yeah, it takes the bribe taker and the bribe giver.
The bribe giver is in a position of weakness sometimes.
Exactly, because why are policemen collecting bribes on the road? Because you're on the wrong. Maybe you are speaking on your phone.
No, that's not how it works, Kimani. You know very well people exploit their positions of power to force people into certain positions.
I have been stopped by a policeman for speeding on the road. I have, unfortunately, I was only 19 or 20 years old. And I explained myself out of the situation. You never need to pay a bribe. But
you know that the Kenyan public is suffering. So why are politicians flaunting their wealth, as has been asked earlier, and the wasteful use of public resources like helicopters to go to a latrine or a weird bridge opening, when the president claims that we are having austerity measures? By the way, very nice red bottom shoes.
Again, to the good lady, as I said, Kenyans are very active and very participative in many engagements. Many of them are usually not true. I saw what she refers to, that somebody was flying to go and open a pit latrine somewhere in Muranga. I believe that was today on social media. It's not absolutely untrue. In actual fact, the deputy president who was being reported to be that way was to join the president in the northeastern part of Kenya, nowhere in Muranga. So don't believe, again, everything you read on social media.
But what about what they see on social media? People can see members of parliament flaunting their cars, expensive, all of this stuff. It's out there.
Mehdi, I told you there's absolutely no excuse for anybody.
Have you cracked down on people in your caucus? Have you called up members of your coalition to stop doing this?
Exactly.
You have?
We, members of parliament in my party, in the house, who I see flaunting things that are not palatable with Kenyans, I tell them, hey, bro, this is not good.
Okay. Are being prosecuted, but none have been prosecuted.
Another 34 cases. Before you prosecute somebody, you have got to investigate.
So
you have to.
This is what Human Rights Watch said last year. Bodies of people showing signs of torture continue to turn up in rivers, forests, quarries, mortuaries. The authorities have yet to investigate or prosecute anyone for these crimes. Kenya has a history of police brutality and lack of accountability for serious abuse.
So
that's Human Rights Watch.
You want to believe what Human Rights Watch said, not what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I'm going to believe a human rights group over a politician who started by saying, I won't give you straight answers.
It is their take, Mehdi. It is their take. And I didn't come here to give their take. I came here to give my take and the perspective.
So they're wrong, you think? The police officers are being held to account?
They're wrong because the police officers must be held to account.
But they haven't been.
And that is why we have institutions that will hold them to account.
So what you said today about the deaths sounded good. You said it's regrettable, there should be no loss of life. That's what you say here. What you say in Kenya is a little bit different. This is what you said in December about the abductions of young people. You said that they're a way for people to basically con the system. You said these people, quote, they're not really abducted, you said, quote, they're locking themselves in Airbnbs with their girlfriends and hiding. Are you saying that all these abductions, Kenyan parents crying over missing children, bodies turning up in rivers, that's people pretending, hiding with their girlfriends in an Airbnb? Do you understand how offensive that sounds?
Mehdi, I was speaking in Bungoma County. And the context was the clamor for, there was the misconception that every other abduction in the country was being perpetuated by security agencies. But what I said is that we have laws in the country that people who are construed to have broken the law in terms of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act, if they are found culpable, the DCI or the police should and must arrest them and take them before courts of law, because that is what they deserve. And the police and security agencies have no business abducting anybody, and nobody should be abducted.
But they are abducting people.
By security agencies.
But they are abducting.
Allow me to make my point, because you asked me a question. And it is in that context then that I said, and again, it is not all cases, Mehdi, that were out of abductions or what was construed to be abductions.
Because the audience around the world watching may not know this. The Attorney General of Kenya, his son was abducted, literally a serving member of the government. His son was taken. How did he get him released? Can you tell our audience?
The Attorney General of Kenya is called Dorcas Oduor.
Justin Muturi, the former Attorney General,
he's not been abducted. The person who has alleged that his son was abducted is the former Attorney General, Justin Muturi. And
how did he get his son released?
And I'll tell you again, I have read from the media, heard Justin Muturi what he said, just as you heard it. It is an allegation by Justin Muturi, somebody who has...
Justin Muturi says he went to the president and said, President Ruto, the intelligence service have taken my son. President Ruto called the head of your intelligence service and his son was released.
Have you heard Mehdi from President Ruto on the same? Have you heard from the director of intelligence?
You tell me what's President Ruto's position. Has he denied it?
Have you heard from him?
No, I don't live in Kenya. You're the expert. Has President Ruto denied that?
So why don't you allow then me to tell you my
Please
take?
do.
Because that's your take.
Please.
From what has been reported.
That's not my take. I'm reporting a member of your government. This is
You're
amazing. I'm quoting a member of your government, not the opposition, a member of your government who you're calling a liar because he says his son was abducted.
That's why I told you Justin Muturi, the former Attorney General and current Minister for Public Service, is a politician to begin with, has beef with his boss in the government he serves.
Wow. So he made up a story about his son being abducted.
There are reasons. Wow,
Kenyan politics.
Will you allow me
Please.
to make my points?
Please, this is just, I'm stunned.
There are reasons why Justin Muturi was removed as Attorney General around the time of the demonstrations in June of last year. There are reasons probably why Justin Muturi knows he's probably on his way out. It is him who has made those allegations. That is a matter under active investigations. As I told you,
has President Ruto denied it?
We have got, you need probably to invite him and ask him.
You can't
I
speak
am not
for
President William Ruto, neither am I his spokesperson.
Has he denied it? It's a simple factual question, yes or no?
I have not heard him, and I don't know if he has been asked to.
So one of the, I just want to recap for our viewers, just to be followed. A minister in the Kenyan government has said that his son was abducted by the intelligence services and the president of Kenya had to intervene to release his son. You suggest the minister is lying and on his way out, but the president hasn't denied any of this happened.
I don't suggest. I tell you emphatically, the minister has reasons to lie. Okay. Emphatically. He has reasons to lie.
And he's on his way out?
He definitely knows it.
All right, Justin Muturi, if you're watching, you may want to put your resume out there.
Let me tell you, Mehdi.